Hello sharks, I hope you're all well and staying safe at home. I just wanted to get in touch with you because Mr. Bray and Mrs. Lakin have asked all the teachers to do a little video to their classes to watch whilst you're at home. They've asked us to read a story, so me and Mrs. Evans have picked a new story for us to read, so I will read it in a minute. And then I've got quite an exciting message to give to you all at the end. I hope that you are all having fun at home. I've seen a few people back in school with Mr. Pharaoh, and I really miss you really. Just wanted to get in touch with you and hope that we are back together again really soon. So the story that I'm going to be reading is called Silly Billy, and it's by a really brilliant author called Anthony Brown. He's really famous, so if you can pick up any of his other books, then you'll be in for a real treat, okay? But this is all about a little boy called Billy, and he's a bit of a worrier. And I know that a lot of you at home might be a little bit worried about everything that's going on at the moment, and that's absolutely fine, because I'll be honest, I was a little bit worried as well when we found out that we weren't going to be in school for a little bit. But it's okay to be worried, and you'll find out in a minute what Billy does, which helps him with his worries. So, shall we start? Let's go. This is a brand new book as well from school, so we're very lucky to be able to read it together. So, here's Billy. Billy used to be a bit of a worrier. He looks a bit worried, doesn't he? If you can see there in the picture. He worried about many things. Billy worried about hats. And he worried about shoes. Billy worried about clouds. He's got a big cloud over him there, look, a big dark one. I'd be quite worried about that too. And rain. It's raining in his bedroom, look. He's so worried about the rain. Billy even worried about giant birds. So can you see there? There's a giant bird that is taking him from his nice comfy bed. His dad tried to help. Don't worry, lad, he said. None of those things could happen. It's just your imagination. His mum tried too. Don't worry, love, she said. We won't let anything hurt you. And that's a really good thing to think about, isn't it? That your adults at home really want you to be safe, so they're going to be there looking after you through everything. But still, Billy worried. One night, he had to stay with his grandma, but Billy couldn't sleep. He was too worried. He always worried about staying at other people's houses. Billy felt a little bit silly, but at last he got up and went to tell his grandma. So that's a really good thing that you can do. He's obviously decided it's too much now, so I'm going to go and tell someone about it. And here's Billy's grandma, look, hopefully she will help him. Well, fancy that, love, she said. You're not silly. When I was your age, I used to worry like that. I've got just the thing for you. I wonder what she's going to give him. There's a little clue on this page. She went into her room and came out holding something. These are worry dolls, she explained. Just tell each of them one of your worries and put them under your pillow. They'll do all the worrying for you whilst you sleep. Billy told all his worries to the worry dolls. He slept like a log, so he's obviously had a really good sleep. The next morning, Billy went home. That night, he again told all his worries to the dolls. He slept like a stone. It's a nice simile there as well, isn't it? The next night, Billy slept well, and the night after that. I wonder why. But the night after that, Billy started to worry. He couldn't stop thinking about the dolls. All those worries he'd given them, they must be so worried. It didn't seem fair. And I don't know if you can see, he started to give them little names, look. So this one here is called Colin. That's quite a good name, isn't it? Polly, Lizzie, Mary, Sammy and Teddy. And can you see their faces? They do look a little bit worried, don't they? But again, that is their job, isn't it? So I wonder what will happen next. The next day, Billy had an idea. He spent all day working at the kitchen table. It was difficult work, and at first he made lots of mistakes and had to start again many times. But Billy finally produced something very special. So he's shown our school value of perseverance there, hasn't he? He's had to work very, very hard, but he just kept going. I wonder what he's going to do. He's got lots of different things on the table. He's got some wool and some glue and all sorts. So he made something very special. He made some worry dolls for the worry dolls. So he's got lots and lots of different ones there, look. How good is that? That night, everyone slept well. Billy and the worry dolls. He looks very nice and calm there, doesn't he? And after that, Billy didn't worry very much at all. And neither did his friends. Billy made worry dolls for all of them. Can you see there? He's made hundreds of worry dolls for all of his friends. And that is the end of the story. But those worry dolls are actually a real thing. Some people in a place called Guatemala, they make those and they put them under their pillow after they've told them all their worries, and they're supposed to help you forget about them, which is a really good thing. So if you are feeling a little bit worried at the moment with everything going on, then of course tell an adult at home. You can always email me if you're a little bit worried, but it's really important to tell someone about them. But then you could also see if you wanted to try to make your own worry doll. I know some of you might have little worry monsters and things like that, which does the same thing really as the worry doll. But if you have a little look for the pictures, let me see if I can find a picture of that. They looked a bit sad, that one. There we go, look. So the worry dolls can look like anything at all. They could be made from little pegs, or they could be made out of paper or card. You can give them a name and make some clothes for them, and then tell them all your worries, put them under your pillow before you go to sleep, and hopefully they will look after your worries and they'll do the worrying for you, so you don't have to anymore. That's what we want, don't we? We want nice, happy sharks all the time. Now, at the start of this video, I said that I had a message to give you. And that message is particularly for the people who are at home at the moment. Mr. Bray and Mrs. Lakin would like each of the teachers to set up some weekly online meetings. So these will be timetabled at a certain time, and any children who have been at home throughout this whole time since we stopped at school in March will get an invitation from me to an email address, and it will give you the time for the meeting, and we will have probably about 8 or 9 children from Sharks with me on an online virtual meeting. And during these meetings, we'll talk about all sorts of different things. So the first one, which you'll have the invitation for very soon, hopefully, will be all about a show and tell about things that you've been up to in lockdown and since you've been at school, so whilst you've been at home. And what I'd like you to do is find something that maybe it's a project that you've done, or it's something that you're really proud of since you've been at home, that you could bring to the meeting, which were done on your computer, and you can talk to me and tell all the other children in Sharks on that meeting something that you've done whilst you've been at home. At the end of each meeting, I'll give you a little task to do during the next week to then bring to the following meeting. These will happen each week. And yeah, it's just going to be really lovely to be able to see you all again and have a good chat and see how you all are and what you've been doing. Because I've had a few updates from people, but it'll be great to find out some real information about what the things you've been doing and see you as well, because I miss you a lot. So that was Silly Billy. And just remember, again, it's not silly to worry, okay? You're allowed to worry. I worry sometimes, but it's always really important to tell somebody about your worries. And maybe you might like to have a little go at making a worry doll that you could maybe bring to our meeting next week. So until then, I will send out the invitations very, very soon. And I look forward to seeing you all and being able to talk to you. And as always, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you soon.